So if you ever look into solar and felt that you are being sold a dream but handed a headache, you are not alone. In fact, it is the number one complaint that we hear from homeowners. One installer tells you that you need 20 panels, another one says you need only 6, another one says your battery will last 10 years. The other tells you that the same battery is old technology and you should avoid it. It's a mess. Some systems work beautifully for decades, while others, often the ones that look like a great deal, fail in less than 2 years. So in this video, I'm going to explain the solar truth that most installers hide in a way that makes sense, so you can protect your home and your family and your wallet. So imagine that you are running a backup water system for your house. Now, to make this work, you need 3 things. First, you have a collection tank on the roof to hold the water. Second, you have a pump to get that water into the tap with enough pressure so that you can actually use it to take your shower. And third, you have pipes connecting everything. Now, think of what happens if one of those pieces go wrong. If the tank is too small, you run out of water by noon. If the pipes are cheap and leaky, your walls get ruined and you lose half of the supply before it reaches the tap. And if the pump, the heart of the system, burns out because it was poor quality or couldn't handle the pressure, then the whole system is useless, no matter how much water is sitting in your tank. Now, this is exactly where many homeowners run into trouble. They focus too much on the size, that means the tank, and they forget that if the installer uses leaky pipes or cheap pumps, that is, they use fake wires and substandard cables to give them lower price, everything will just be messed up. Now, that water system, I hope you understood that example. That is exactly how solar works. In simple terms, your solar panels are your collectors, your battery is your water tank, and your inverter are your pumps, the translator that turns raw solar energy into power for your appliances to use. And if this is actually making sense to you, please subscribe to this channel for more solar breakdown so that will help you make better informed decisions. Now, before solar, most of us depended on a system that needed constant fuel, constant money, constant repairs, and constant noise. We've all been there for trying to break your shoulders when owning your gen under the rain, or realizing that the power went out and your food is going to spoil because the fuel station was closed. Solar promises to end that cycle of stress and threats, but it only delivers on the promise if you follow 2 non-negotiable rules. Rule number 1, the inverter your pump must be stronger than your heaviest load. Think of your home like your home electricity usage like a bridge. Now, if you want to pass 10-ton truck, drive past it on a 5-ton bridge, the bridge does not just slow down, it collapses. In solar terms, if you try to run the air condition, your microwave, and your water pump all at once on a small inverter, you aren't just using a lot of power, you are killing the heart of your system. A cheap installer will tell you a small inverter is enough to just collect the contract, but they won't be there when the circuit board fires up in less than 6 months. Now, rule number 2 that you must follow: your tank, the battery, must be sized for your actual nighttime need, not just the best case scenario. Many installers calculate your need based on a perfect sunny day, but life isn't always sunny. You need a buffer. If your battery is too small, it drains to 0 every night, and this spoils your battery. It's one of the leading causes of your battery not lasting the years of the warranty of the battery. In the battery world, deep discharging is like running your car engine at that red RPM every single time you drive. It might work fine for a few months, but you're effectively killing the battery lifespan. Now, if you want to ensure your home system follows these rules instead of an installer sales pitch, hit that subscribe button right now to stay protected and informed. Now, let's actually look what happens to your solar system if you want it to actually last. Now let's look at what actually happens to your solar system. Step 1. Your solar panels connect light. Notice I said light, not just direct sun. Modern panels can still generate energy on cloudy days, though at a lower rate. This raw energy is like unrefined fuel, like your crude oil. Now step 2, that energy flows through high quality thick wire to your inverter. Now this is a crucial step most people ignore. If the wires are too thin, the leaky pipes we talked about, the energy turns into heat instead of electricity, which is a massive fire risk. Step 3, the inverter makes a million tiny decisions every second. It decides whether to power your fridge right now or if it has an extra energy to fill the tank, your battery, for night usage. But here is the failure case where most people earn their hard-earned money. There is the secret some installers use to keep you calling them back. They hide small, low-quality fuse in place where you can't see. When a small power surge happens, something a good system should handle, a fuse blows. The whole system goes dark, and you call the installer. They come, they flip the switch, or they flip these changeovers, and they come out. And they charge you a massive service fee for the repair. So in essence, instead of using the required surge protection arm or use a good protection, you use a good fuse, they'll use an undersized one so that when current comes and then that undersized one will not be able to manage it, it will blow and then everything will go out. You have to call them again and they'll come and change it to another small one again and they'll collect your service fee. Some installers that are watching this video now will feel that I'm exposing their secrets. Yes, I'm exposing it so that everybody will up their game and begin to serve real value for their money. But here is the case. Even worse is the battery bait and switch. They tell you a cheap tubular or lead acid battery is just good enough as a modern lithium battery. Now that's a lie. A lead acid battery is like a plastic bucket with a hole in it. It loses energy just sitting there. And you can only use about 50% of its capacity before you damage it. A lithium battery is like a high-tech reservoir. You can use almost all of it. Let's say you can use 90 to 80% of it so that you can save it for a longer lifespan. The cheap installers get you to sign because the prices are low today, but you end up paying double when you have to replace your whole battery bank in 18 months. Now, solar is not magic. It isn't set it and forget it like most homeowners do. They think that once they just install solar, then everything is gone, they'll just forget